I'll jump in and get us kicked off here. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Emily Massero. I get to serve as Liquid's VP of Marketing, and today, also SEO Hype Woman. Thank you for giving us a sliver of your lunch hour to talk search engine optimization. Today, we've got the lowdown on SEO competitive analysis. This is certainly a topic that our clients have been increasingly interested in. And I think the other, the other aspect, it gives you a little bit of behind the scenes of our approach. Competitive review is definitely something that the SEO team, uses when it comes to prioritizing and carrying out our recommendations and optimizations. So we're definitely excited to get into it today. We've got about 25 minutes of some info that we'll walk through. At any point, please feel free to use the chat. And there's already a little activity in there to ask any questions. And we're definitely hoping to get to them at the end of the end of our 30 minutes here. But without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our SEO strategist, Patrick Whitener.
Perfect. Thanks, Emily. Hey, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us today. As Emily said, my name is Patrick Whitener. I am the resident SEO strategist here at Liquid. I've been working in SEO exclusively for 4 years, and I've worked both in-house and agency side, in a variety of industries for companies of varying sizes, mostly medium to large corporations. As Emily stated, today we're going to be discussing SEO competitive analysis. We will be covering topics including why analyze your competitors, who are your top competitors, what does competitive analysis look like, including traffic and keyword analysis, content analysis, backlink profile analysis, and website structure and design analysis. And then we'll be finishing things off with a few tips on how you can get started with competitive analysis in SEO. Before we jump into the meat and potatoes of the webinar, I did want to give a quick primer on what SEO is and its importance for anybody who may not know. So search engine optimization, or SEO, is the process of optimizing a website or web page to increase its visibility and ranking on search engine results pages, or SERPs, for specific keywords or phrases that people may be searching. The goal of SEO is to improve the quality and quantity of organic traffic to a website through increased visibility on search engines like Google and Bing. SEO is an essential part of any digital marketing strategy and can significantly impact a business's online presence and revenue. When done correctly, SEO can help a website rank higher on search engine results pages, increase brand awareness, and drive targeted traffic to a site, resulting in more conversions, leads, and ultimately sales. So why analyze your competitors? Competitive analysis is the process of analyzing the strengths and weaknesses of your competitors' online presence to gain insight into their SEO strategies and identify opportunities for improvement in your own efforts. Taking a deeper dive into the benefits of competitive analysis in SEO, some of the top incentives include benchmarking your performance, so understanding how you are performing compared to your peers, identifying keyword gaps, so identifying potential gaps in your own keyword targeting and discovering new opportunities that may have been overlooked, learning from your competitors' successes and failures, so understand what's working and what isn't so you can better allocate your own resources, and then staying up to date on industry trends, so staying ahead of the curve in terms of your own content and marketing efforts. The first step in competitive analysis is going to be identifying your competitors. To do this properly, we will need to understand the different types of competitors you'll find in organic search results. So the types of competitors you're going to want to consider in your analysis include direct competitors. These are businesses that offer the same products and services as you do and compete for the same target audience. They're probably the ones that you're all thinking of immediately. Direct competitors are the most obvious and often the easiest to identify. They are likely to appear on the same SERPs as your website for a significant portion of your keywords. And then we have indirect competitors. So these are businesses that offer products and services that are similar to yours, but not identical. They may not be in the same industry or niche as you, but they do compete for the same target audience much of the time. So for example, a business that sells yoga mats may consider a fitness equipment store an indirect competitor. And then we have organic competitors. So these are websites that rank for the same keywords as your website, but may not necessarily offer the same products or services as you. Some examples can include blogs about similar topics or affiliate websites. Now that we understand the different types of competitors, we can start researching who our competitors are. There are two primary ways to do this. The first is simply by searching Google. So one of the most straightforward ways to identify competitors is to simply search Google for your primary keywords and take notes of which sites are regularly featured in the top 10 positions or page 1 for each word or phrase. When doing this sort of manual research, it will be important to search within an incognito window to avoid Google tailoring the results based on your previous web activity or other personal user data. In the example on screen, I'm doing competitor analysis for Home Depot. So I've searched a couple of their primary keywords, tankless water heater and building materials. For tankless water heater, we can see Forbes ranking second here with an article. This is a great example of an organic competitor since Forbes, of course, does not sell products similar to Home Depot at all. However, they are writing articles that are showing up in search results and competing for. We see Navien, which is a water heater company and is a good example of an indirect competitor. Then interestingly, we don't see a direct competitor until position 11 with Lowe's. For building materials, we see a lot more direct competitors in the top spots, with Lowe's coming in at second, Menards third, and then we did have Yelp that I wanted to call out in the 6th position, since this is a very common organic competitor in a lot of different industries. Luckily, you can use that to your advantage often by getting featured on some of those pages that Yelp has. The second primary way to find SEO competitors is with SEO tools such as SEMrush or Ahrefs. These tools will analyze keywords that you are currently ranking for and identify other keywords that identify other websites that are frequently competing for the same keywords as you. So here I have a screenshot from an SEO tool, Ahrefs, where I've simply entered Home Depot's website and asked it to find the top competitors. Little caveat is that I have found that the results tools give in this particular exercise are often less helpful than the manual research, but it's still usually worth giving a shot if you have access to these tools. So what does competitive analysis look like? Competitive analysis can, for the most part, be broken into 4 primary areas, all of which can produce new or different SEO opportunities. Those areas being traffic and keywords, content, backlink profile, and website structure and design analysis. Beginning with traffic and keyword analysis. Now that we know who our competitors are, we can begin analyzing their traffic and drawing insights to inform our strategies. For starters, we'll want to find out which keywords our competitors are targeting and which are bringing in the most traffic. We can use SEO tools again to determine approximately how much traffic the competitor's site is getting from each keyword they rank for in search results. We'll use SEMrush in this example, but most SEO tools have features to help you accomplish traffic and keyword analysis. So in the example on screen, I've again entered Home Depot's website plus 2 of their competitors that we identified in the previous exercise, Lowe's and Menards, into our tool, and I can see how many keywords each site is ranking for, how they overlap in the Venn diagram, the keywords they're ranking for that Home Depot is not currently ranking for We can also see which positions we're each ranking for each respective keyword. So which ones our competitors are beating us in. We can see each keyword's monthly estimated search volume and many more metrics. We can then export this data into a spreadsheet and begin to choose keywords that we would like to investigate further. You can see that we are working with huge data sets here. All of these websites are ranking for millions of keywords. And because of this, there are likely to be large amounts of keywords that are irrelevant for our purposes. However, these tools do have a wide range of filtering functionalities that can help trim the fat. For instance, we could only look at keywords that our competitors are beating us in search results for, that we could further trim by only including keywords that have over a specified estimated monthly search volume and under an estimated ranking difficulty to kind of come down to the most narrow and focused list possible. Moving along, we will then want to look at content analysis. So once we have an idea of the new or existing keywords we would like to begin targeting or improving our rankings for, we will want to understand what type of content competitors are using to rank for these keywords. For starters, we'll want to manually check the pages on our competitors' websites and in search results that are ranking for each keyword we're interested in targeting to determine the primary types of content being leveraged. So for example, are they targeting the keyword with a blog article, with a product page, their home page, or some other type of web page? What types of pages are mostly showing in search results when we Google that keyword? This will help us understand not only our competitors' winning strategy, but what types of pages Google primarily thinks users want to see when they search for that keyword. We can then begin to craft ideas on how we could fit similar content on our website to target the keyword in a similar way. An important note here is that we will always want to be thinking about how our page can bring more value to the user searching this keyword than our competitors. This way, we're never directly copying their strategy, but iterating on it to outrank them. So a subcategory of that content analysis is going to be analyzing the on-page optimization strategy that our competitors are employing. Our content analysis can be taken a step further through this process. It will give us a deeper understanding of why Google is ranking them well for this keyword and what we can do to beat out their content for the top spot in SERPs. Examples of on-page optimizations and factors we'll want to examine would include keyword density, so how many times they're using the target keyword on the page we're looking at. Metadata, is it included in the page title and the meta description? The content length, so just how many words are on the page. Are they linking to any external websites or resources? Are they linking to other internal website pages that are related to similar topics? Does the page include any type of schema or structured data? Are they including some sort of images that may be helpful to the user or better explain the ideas expressed on the page? And then are there any additional tools or charts or other site functionalities being employed on the page that are improving user experience? Once we've completed the content analysis, we'll want to look at the competitor's backlink profile. So backlinks are a hyperlink from another website to yours and are another critical ranking factor. And they're also one of the hardest to control as they inherently rely on other websites and site owners. One of the most helpful ways to begin to formulate a strategy on how to acquire more backlinks is through competitive analysis. In other words, finding out which sites link to your competitors and why in order to replicate their most powerful links. So again, using SEO tools to assist, on screen, we have a screenshot of Lowe's backlink profile from Ahrefs. So looking at another one of Home Depot's competitors. We can get tons of important information from reports like these, including the anchor text being used for the links, which is the actual linked text, and is an additional ranking factor. We can get strength metrics for the linking websites and much more. So by examining this data further, we can also start to understand how our competitors are acquiring links. For example, we can see that they have a link from Forbes down here. We already know that Forbes is making content in our niche, so perhaps we'll want to see if there's an opportunity for us to get a similar link from Forbes. We can also see that they have a link from Wikipedia up here. So it makes sense that we would want to also make sure that we have our own Wikipedia page and that it links to our website correctly, or that any Wikipedia pages mentioning Home Depot link to the Home Depot website. We can see that Lowe's is getting links to their scholarship page. So we could, if we also have a scholarship page, we could reach out to the linking site and ask if they can also link to our program page, or perhaps we consider starting a scholarship program if we don't already have one, to gain some additional earned links and media attention. Then for the final sort of section of our competitive analysis, we're going to want to look at website structure and design. When a competitor is ranking for significantly more keywords than you, it is often the case that their website includes entire sections that yours may not. So for example, you want to ask yourself questions like, do most of your competitors have a blog? Do they have dedicated pages for each of their different services, or even dedicated pages for all services in each of their individual service areas? For example, plumbing services in Memphis, plumbing services in Nashville. We'll want to look at which pages they are prioritizing in their main navigation and which pages are being prioritized with different links in content, in the content of their homepage or other important pages. Lastly, we'll want to note if competitors are incorporating tools, chatbots, or other functionality that offers a superior user experience to the degree that Google would clearly want to rank them over you. And where can you get started? So we have a few quick steps you can take to dip your toe into SEO competitive analysis, beginning with considering a few keywords you would like to rank higher for in search results or newly target. You can Google the keywords you would like to target and see who's ranking in the top 10 positions for each keyword to identify new indirect or organic competitors that you weren't previously aware of, and then compare and contrast the content on your competitor's site ranking for the given keyword against your own. All right, and that does sum it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So in addition to this crash course in SEO competitive analysis, there's certainly some other ways that Liquid can support your SEO. Patrick, if you pop to the next slide for me, please. Those would include, one way we'd love to get started from an SEO standpoint is to do a review. We can definitely focus on competitive analysis and really do kind of a one-off, one-time review, maybe identify 3 to 5 competitors, and leverage some of the tools that Patrick included some screenshots from here today, and bring you some recommendations. Where are there opportunities? Where is there a lot of overlap? What are some short and long-term goals that we can set for your SEO strategy? And we can also then zoom out and do SEO audit. Sometimes we'll even refer to this as a strategy, because the intention of this is to really, be really actionable and set the stage for what the next few months or even year of work could look like to really improve your SEO performance. We'll look at, and Patrick certainly touched on a few of these areas today: on-page SEO, off-page SEO, any technical SEO elements, and even user experience. When people get to the site organically, are they finding what they're looking for? Review that and bring to you where we feel like some of the biggest opportunities are, and help even with the education of, where there maybe are some gaps or some opportunities or some fixes. And we support a lot of clients then on an ongoing basis across all of those areas of SEO. Again, really keeping this competitive, review in mind, and as part of our approach. We can serve you and bring, do work each month to make improvements to the site, and otherwise to help you, really make some progress and see some improvement in your performance.